Shalom, shalom, brothers.
Shalom.
We the Hebrew Israelites coming in week in and week out to preach the downfall of this wicked kingdom. That's spiritually Babylon and spiritually Egypt that we call America. Babylon the Great in the scriptures. And also tell our people, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, that they are the real people of the Bible. Hebrew Israelites, Yasha Allah, Prince of the Power of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. But first and foremost, we give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua Bashim Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and elders who are in the true call from GMS.
Your chat don't be working, do it.
Blessing to the Hakim out there preaching the word with whole heart and sincerity. Blessed to the 144,000, 1/3 entirely, the first fruits kingdom of heaven. Asa David Dabiaf Dawadah. And shalom to you brothers out there speaking in different tongues and looking at different nations. Shalom to you brothers.
Get the spirit of prophecy real quick. Revelations, what's that? 18? No, I'm sorry, 13. Spirit of prophecy? Revelations?
19.
19, yeah. I said 18, 13, 19. Shalom, Akim, shalom. I'm not sure if the comment board is actually working on this phone. So if we don't be able to respond, Salaki, I'll be able to check on my phone though. I'll check on my other phone.
Alright. Yep, it's Revelation 19 and 10. And I fell at his feet to worship him. And he said unto me, See thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahushua. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahushua is the spirit of prophecy.
So we coming out here today, man, in the spirit of Yahushua, aka the spirit of prophecy, man. I wanted to talk a little bit about the wars that are breaking out all over the world, but then mainly the war that's breaking out over in between Palestine and Israel. So, you know, just to collect my thoughts, you know, just to, you know, make it very, you know, plain upon tables. I need everybody to have some, you know, some thought, right? Be able to use your mind, man. Think about this. This entire war is staged is because Shalom says this entire war, you can tell it was staged. You know, the elites are literally trying to bring in World War III to usher. So basically, they're trying to bring in World War III sooner so they can hurry up and establish their form of the kingdom of heaven, or what you will, the New World Order. And the reason why I say that is because process of elimination. Let's think about this, right? Israel is the #1 air force in the world. Israel has the #1 air force in the world. They have subjugated Palestine into the Gaza Strip, where they made blockades across the entire border, where there's people inside of Gaza who've been born there and have never left the borders because they're not even allowed to, right? Then you got to think they have something called the Iron Dome. They have something called the Iron Dome, which is one of the world's greatest defense systems, right? And they also have one of the greatest intelligence agencies to understand what's happening before it happens. So think about this. After telling you all about the might of Israel, right? You got this small strip, probably the size of, this is how small everything is. Israel is about the size of New Jersey. That is it. That is it. And then the Gaza Strip is probably like Atlantic City. So you got New Jersey versus Atlantic City. And I'm trying to give you an understanding of how the forces or the power scale is completely lopsided, right? So you got this technologically advanced, superior weapons, superior intelligence, superior Iron Dome system, superior Air Force, the most superior Air Force, right? And you're telling me that they did not know that there was a planned attack where, mind you, not to mention, at the age of 18, everybody in Israel must join the army. As soon as they turn 18, they got to join the army. So basically, your entire population, the majority of the population are all what? Trained militants.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
You're telling me that you don't see these motherfuckers, so you're telling me these people can never leave the border, but all of a sudden, freedom fighters are passing the borders in large numbers with nobody seen it coming. Right. And then you got paratroopers and these slow-ass parachutes flying down, and nobody looked up and said, hey, what's that over our border? And shot nothing down. I'm going to tell you why. Because this was all pre-planned, right? And this was pre-planned by America, the Zionists, Israel, and the elites to utterly destroy Gaza. And I'm going to tell you why. They let Gaza get puffed up believing that they're going to be able to actually fight, and they allowed them to get some licks off just so they can be justified for the atrocities that are going on right now. They already said that, mind you, the Gaza Strip only houses maybe about 2 million people. It ain't a lot of people over there. It's about 2 million people, right? They're literally saying that they literally, the leader of Israel has basically openly said, we are going to basically rain holy hell down on these people. They have been bombarding them with missiles and utterly destroying all the land, and that's what they're trying to do. Remember, since 1948, when the Balfour Declaration was first established, and the British and the League of Nations gave these Ashkenazis the land, what did they have to do when they came into the land? They had to displace the people that were already there. They had to go into the land and say, yo, this is ours. The governments and everybody telling us it's ours. And what do you think they did? They genocide, they rape, rob, pillage, moved people out the way, killed babies, children, women. The atrocity's been going on for 80 plus years, right? They've been trying to get rid of the Palestinian people. And think about this. On a world stage, why is it taking so long for the world to recognize Palestine as its own sovereign state? It's because who funds all the wars and who controls all the money? The Israeli Jews, right? The Jewish people. They control all of it. Who funded World War I? Who funded World War II? Who funded the slave trade?
True.
So you got to understand something. All the wars that are being fought, all the government contracts that are being paid. Think about it. Who's getting rich off this war? It's the Jewish people. So what they did was they knew it's basically one of the biggest false flags. The Jewish people are calling this their 9/11, which in turn lets you know that it's deception. They're calling it what? Their false flag attack. They allowed this to happen so they can have the means or the excuse to go on and level Gaza. So then what? They can take the complete land and basically wipe these people off the face of the earth. This is what's happening right now. Now, mind you, as a Hebrew Israelite, none of them motherfuckers are supposed to be in our land. So I honestly don't care from that perspective. But I also want to shed light on what's really going on. Esau, Edom versus Ishmael. So the Ishmaelites versus Edomites is what's going on. Let them kill each other. But I wanted to make sure it's very clear on what's the reasoning, and if people could just think a little bit, they will understand that this is all a farce. This was
So like the Hamas, the Hamas people are from Gaza.
Yeah, they're the Palestinians, right? So Hamas is a leader of a war of a what's it called? Like a militant group. It's a militant group. He doesn't have the words of the entire Palestinian government, but he is a warmongering man who basically, look, eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth. You did it to us, I'm trying to come do it to you. That's his whole mindset, right? But this whole thing was a bunch of propaganda and BS to do what? To desensitize the people. Because what do you got all over the world now? Oh, pray for Israel. Pray for Israel. But let's be realistic. Who's been raping, robbing, pillaging, murdering, and destroying since 1948? The so-called white man. Who are known as the Jewish man, right? The Amalekites, man, right? It's the same narrative that they've done to all the other nations. With colonialism, what they did to the Native Americans, to the so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, what they did to the Elamites, what they did to the South Africans. This is the same concept. But what they're doing is they're playing on your heartstrings. Because what they're doing is they're making it seem like, oh, they're killing babies and raping women and cutting it. Man, if you look at all the TikTok and you look at all the social media, you see the Israeli fighters are the ones who are doing all the crazy atrocities.
Yeah, they go hard body. Yeah,
they're cutting off arms, running people over, pissing on dead bodies, kicking dead. They're doing more atrocities. But that's something that they've been doing since 1948. But I just want people to understand and think. None of this would have happened. You're trying to tell me the second greatest nation on the planet that actually controls the greatest nation on the planet
infiltrated like that.
Can be infiltrated like that and no one knew it was coming? Come on, man. Process of elimination, it was a false flag so they can have what? The say-so to be like, well, look, because what's the first thing that whatever the Jewish leader, Netanyahu, whatever his name is, I don't know how to say his name. What's the first thing he says? We vowed to bring holy hell and wipe them off the face of the earth. Now look, America's sending aid and people sending aid, but you're sending aid, like I said, you got the state of New Jersey, and then you got a city, Atlantic City. Gaza Strip, Atlantic City, and the state of New Jersey. There's 2 million people over here, there's millions of people over here. And also everybody in your nation at the age of 18 has joined the army, so they're all what? Ready to fight.
I'm trying to understand, like,
I'm gonna get some precepts and some scriptures in a second.
yeah, I'm trying to understand, like, you know, I wonder how the Lord's setting this up, because I would have thought something such as this will bring the United States over.
Well, here it comes. Here it comes. And I was going to get into that in a second. Russia has just accused America for what's going on in Israel and Palestine right now. Because it's true. You trying to tell me the number one intelligence agency in the world didn't know that these are the motherfuckers who up in
radar. Should have been on radar.
Bro, radar, over the fucking radios. Come on, man. They knew what was going on, but they allowed it to happen so they can be justified for the actions that are happening right now. If you look at pictures, what's going on in Gaza, they are literally leveling the place. Remember I told you, 2 million people live in Gaza, on the Gaza Strip. They already said that 330 to 350,000 people have already been displaced, meaning so many have died, lost their homes. They're basically leveling it. They've been bombarding the Gaza Strip like nothing, bro. It's holy hell going over there. But this is also prophecy. I'm going to get into it in a second. Go ahead.
Micah 2, starting at 1 and 2. It says, woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand. And they convey fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man his house, even the man his heritage.
And that's exactly what happened in that land. They oppressed these people in their own land. Now, mind you, it's not their land, but they were living peacefully, or the Palestinians were living peacefully over there for, I don't know, hundreds of years.
Chilling.
They was over there chilling, you know?
Low key, Palestine is the garden where the Garden of Eden is supposed to be at.
Yeah, but I'm just giving perspective of what's going on over there. Now, mind you, this is Esau Edom, man. They're wicked people. They are naturally wicked. They covet fields. They covet everything. They want it all. And they will do whatever means necessary to make a buck or to shed blood, man. This is what they do. This is what they do. Salakia. So I'm gonna read some article headlines, and then I'm gonna bring on some more scriptures. All right? Now listen to this. Israel prepares for a ground invasion on Palestine. Mind you, they already got these people bombarded into this one little coastline. Now they already just bombed them they already bombed them to Schitt's Creek. Everything over there is decimated. All their buildings, their telecommunication buildings, everything is destroyed.
That's real, because you see the pictures. That's
crazy. It's destroyed over there. And now it says Israel prepares for a ground invasion on Palestine. It says Palestinians have flocked to grocery stores in Gaza in an attempt to stock up for an ongoing war with Israel, which cut off food and fuel supplies after an attack last weekend. Right? Now, and then I'm going to keep reading. I'm going to read some article heads. There's an article that just came out today. It says, is it just a war or unjustified slaughter of innocents? Saturday, the world was rocked by the outbreak of a war in southern Israel as Hamas fighters crossed out of Gaza, taking hostages and killing Israeli civilians. The political leader of the Hamas says the attacks were in response to the Israelis' treatment of Palestinians at the Al-Asqala Mosque last week, but others report indicate that the attack was planned for weeks with the help of an Iranian government and was meant to mark the 50th anniversary of Yom Kippur War. Now, either way, whatever the reasoning is, all of this is biblical prophecy. You grab, I believe it's Samak posted it, 2nd Esdras 15.
Yeah, 20, like 26.
Yeah, you got it in this one. 15. No, actually, read that article here. That's what I wanted. Before you get it, it says breaking. Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi and Saudi Arabia's Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman had their first ever phone call discussing Palestine. So one thing that's starting to happen right now is all of the Islamic world are starting to band together They're all starting to come together, and they're all looking at the atrocities going, why haven't we come together sooner
Right.
in behalf of Palestine? Why haven't we protected these other Muslims, right? Right? It says the call was around 45 minutes. They discussed Muslim countries' unity in the face of the developments in Palestine. So now they're what? They're being forced to come together. Because now you're going to have Ishmael versus what? Esau.
You know what's happening right now? Like when the spirit of the unity, right? What happened with the brothers with the chairs? They saw Edomites coming at Jake, and a bunch of Jake came out of nowhere to support. That's what happened with these.
Oh, you're talking about over at the dock?
Yeah, y'all. So that's what Muslims are doing right now.
Brothers with the chairs. There was only one brother with a chair.
Well,
nobody would have understood that.
Right.
If you would have.
Salakia, but yeah, you know what I mean.
It was one brother with a chair.
Right.
Go ahead. 2nd Esdras 15.
Yeah, this is
See if we start up a little bit.
Second Esdras 15, and let me see if we start up. Okay, start 26. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore deliver them unto death and destruction.
So the Lord knows all who have sinned against him. And that's Ishmael and that's Esau. They have all sinned against the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, for now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For Yahweh Bashem shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him. Behold, a horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east.
It says, behold, a terrible vision. Right? This is the prophecy. This is being cultivated right now. Also, mind you, this is also going into the. We're going to bring that scripture out to the destruction of Syria. Go ahead.
It says, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots.
Look, so the nations of the dragons of Arabia, Ishmael, all these nations are going to start coming together with many chariots, right? Mind you, where is this land at? Where are they all going to be at? Syria.
And they on the east too.
Brother, it's all prophecy. Syria. Like, it's crazy how the scriptures are speaking so loudly. And all we got to do is sit and watch. But it says the dragons of Arabia coming out with many chariots. These are all the Arab nations coming together. Go ahead.
It says, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble.
Yeah, because once all of these so-called freedom fighters, because if you've been watching the news, Al Qaeda has asked Iran, I think it was Iran, Iraq, Turkey, to give them safe passage so they can go to war with Israel. They're literally saying, hey, look, if you give us safe passage or you let us through your borders, we're going to march straight to Israel to go protect Palestine and go fight. Guess what? What is that doing? Invoking what? War. What did the Iranians in their parliament just say? Death to Israel, death to America. Death to Israel, death to America. These are the sentiments that are going out. Go ahead.
Verse 30. Also the Carmenians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Syrians. I think
of the what? Of the what?
The Syrians.
The Syrians. Yep. Listen, and where in the so where's Yahweh Shaphat? Where's Yahweh Shaphat? Where's that land at? That's in Syria. Yahweh Shaphat is going to be in Syria. That area right there. The Lord is basically cultivating Ishmael's armies and all of them together. Esau is going to raise his armies because America is going to have to come join and help Israel, because when these Arab nations come down with great wrath,
They're gonna have to.
They coming. So what's going to happen? Remember, I just told you, Israel is about the size of New Jersey. That's it, New Jersey. But you got other great nations like Saudi Arabia, Iran, Turkey, all these Muslim nations coming together because they are wroth with the fact that these FJs, these fake Jews, are nothing but doing but raping, robbing, pillaging, and treating them like shit. So guess what? The Lord is basically preparing this area for the Yahweh Shaphat, because all the wars, World War III is going to be going on in this land. Russia just threatened America and said, if you join a war, we going to have to go over there too. Russia just said that. And what does America just vow to do? America just sent destroyer ships to help with the barricade of the Gaza Strip.
Shit, B-2 bombers.
B-2 bombers, right? This is what's going on right now. So the Lord is preparing. After you finish that, wake up the mighty men. Go on, finish that.
Verse 31, and then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature, and if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them. Then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Syrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them, and in their hosts shall be fear and dread and strife among their kings. Oh shit! Okay,
Yep.
I see that.
Because what's going to happen is, I believe, and I'm just speaking as a man, I believe a low-yielding nuclear bomb is going to have to go off in this area. Something's going to have to deter the Arabs to ramshack it. Because when they come through, they're going to be coming through. It literally says they're going to be coming through, remembering themselves and the warriors that they were, and they're going to be over there not holding no. They're not going to be holding no smoke. They're going to be holding. They're going to be giving up everything, right? And the only way to deter them, right? Because it said a portion of their host, a portion of their army is going to be destroyed. How do you destroy a portion of army? You got to hit it with something.
Right.
Because if all these nations are coming together against this nation, they got to hit it with something. It might be what was that kinetic energy? What they call it, the javelin, whatever. The low yielding kinetic energy nuclear bomb, but it's not nuke. It's just all kinetic energy. They release it from the atmosphere, really high in the atmosphere, and it comes down with so much force.
Like how you drop something from a water and it ripples all.
Or not even that. Just if you drop something from a very high place, it picks up speed, and as it gets faster and faster and faster, it creates what? More potential kinetic energy. And once the kinetic energy hits, it's a bigger explosion. That's why, they say that a meteor can be the size of a baseball, but because it's fucking coming from so far,
that makes sense.
That when it hits the ground, it's literally blowing shit up.
Yeah, that makes
so
sense.
I'm just speaking as a man, but that could be one of the ways that a portion of this army is destroyed. But it doesn't mean that an entire army is destroyed.
You can look something in blue letter. Oh, you can't. It says verse 33. It says, and from the land of the Syrians shall the enemy besiege them. No, it's like in 34. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north unto the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. They shall smite one upon another, and they shall smite down a great multitude of stars upon the earth, even from their own star, and blood shall be from the sword unto the belly. Wow. And dung of men unto the camels' hoof. Wow.
A lot of bloodshed.
Yeah, and there shall go ahead. And there shall be great fearfulness and trembling upon earth, and they that see the wrath shall be afraid, and trembling shall come down upon them. It sounds like nukes, man.
It sounds like somebody getting bombs away, right? Go ahead.
And then shall there come great storms from the south, and from the north, and another part from the west, and strong wind shall rise from the east, and shall open it, and the cloud which is raised up in wrath, and the stars stirred to cause fear toward the east. West wind shall be destroyed. Wow, that got it. That
Listen,
damn.
It
is. Yup. Let me read 40 and 41.
Go ahead.
Bring it in. Go ahead. The great and mighty cloud shall be puffed up, full of wrath, and the star that they may make all the earth afraid, and them that dwell therein, and they shall pour out over every high and eminent place an horrible star. Yup, that is. Yup.
So,
go ahead.
So, if I'm reading this right, Salaki if I'm wrong, but I'm interpreting that as either a high-yielding missile, a nuclear bomb, or something going off so drastic that the mushroom cloud is so high and the whole world is watching this war go on.
Yeah, it's the nuke system.
Right? The whole world is watching this war go on, and the whole world is now afraid because this could be the beginning of using nuclear weapons. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be on some like all arrow shot at America type, but it could be a low yielding. Because remember, they have now nuclear bombs.
Like Beirut.
Yeah, they have now nuclear bombs that are low yielding. That it literally only target a city or a certain area. It don't have to be like devastating where it destroys the whole world, right? But if you read that, it says that basically what the Arabians or what the Ishmaelites are going to come together, band together in war against what? Against Esau Edom. Now it's not saying Esau Edom, but we know who the FJs are. We know who they really are. We know who the Japhites and the Edomites mixed in. You know, the Amalekites and all that. We already know who they are. This is biblical prophecy. But it's also stirring up what? For Yahweh Shabbat, right? Right? The reason why I say that is because this is the land that the Lord is going to wage war with the world's armies. Goes and gets involved in this. Russia says they're going to come get involved with it. China is going to also join hands with that. North Korea is going to come in. This is going to be the war of all wars, and this could be the beginning of World War III. Now, we understand that there's other prophecies that have to happen, but all of that can happen simultaneously. It can be a buildup for this World War III, but then here we go. Dollar crashes because of sending too much aid and money everywhere else. The world's economies implode, which also will create even more war, right? And then they're going to what? Do what? They're going to what? Usher in that RFID chip, man. What?
Verse 41 says the fire and hail and flying swords. See? Flying swords.
Flying swords.
You know what that is.
Yep.
And many waters, that all fields may be full, and all rivers with the abundance of great waters. Mm-hmm. And they, it's going across from it. Mm-hmm. And it says, and they shall go steadfastly unto Babylon and make her afraid. Oh shit. Mm-hmm. And they shall come to her and besiege her. The star and all wrath shall they pour out upon her. Then shall the dust and smoke go up unto heaven, and all they that be about her shall bewail her. Yes.
Well, no, see now that's also that goes into Yahweh Shabbat. The reason why I say that is because even Babylon's getting hit.
Oh, so,
simultaneously. So war's going on over here, and then at the same time, they like, all right, well, boom. And guess what? This is probably when they shoot those nuclear missiles from the ends of the earth. What? Over the great waters to do what? To utterly destroy America.
That's what it's saying.
And literally, what also is happening at this time? Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shai has what? Invaded the earth.
Wow, yo, we haven't read 2 Esdras 15 in a while, or haven't at all, because this is a great depiction of how it's going to go.
No, we read it. It just hasn't been a while.
Oh, in a while. Okay, yeah.
Because that prophecy is speaking now. You know, it's speaking. We getting to the point of the great coming of our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shai, man. And when he comes and wages war with the world's armies, and this is how he's going to wage war. All of this is going to be coming on, and then guess what? The clouds in the sky, they're going to see the clouds come like, oh, what the hell is this? Bro, this is crazy, man.
That's it on that, man. That's
get the what's the precept? Yeah, get that real quick. Oh, and also the prophecy of Syria. Syria shall be heaps.
This one.
I'm about to try to find it now.
No. What's the one you just said? We got the Mighty Men. That's
I'm gonna get
Isaiah 34, I believe.
I'm gonna get Isaiah 17 real quick.
No, 13. I mean, 13. Bring out first.
What?
Mighty Men.
Yeah, you can get that.
The bird, Isaiah 13 at the top. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain.
Hold that. Slot. Get Isaiah 17 first. It's because it's the burden of Damascus, which is Syria.
Isaiah 17 starting at the top. The burden of Damascus, behold, Damascus is taken away from being a city, and it shall be a ruinous heap.
It should be a ruinous heap. Why? Because it's going to be war torn. It's going to be destroyed. It already is war torn now, right? Because this is where most of the world's armies has its proxy wars, right? This is where most of that stuff is happening right now. Go ahead.
And it says, the cities of Aurora are forsaken. They shall be for flocks, which shall lie down, and none shall make them afraid. The fortress also shall cease from Ephraim, and the kingdom from Damascus, and the remnant of Syria. They shall be as the glory of the children of Israel. Such saith the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah of hosts. And in that day it shall come to pass that the glory of Jacob shall be made thin, and the fatness of his flesh shall wax lean. Keep going. Salaki. That's it.
No, I only needed the top. Salaki. Now you can go back to what you got.
Isaiah 17, starting at the top again. The burden of Damascus, behold.
No, not that. Go back to the last precept. The burden of Babylon.
Okay. Isaiah 13 says, the burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amos did see, lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand that they may go into the gates of the nobles. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones for my anger, even them that rejoice in my highness. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
See? So all the nations of the kingdoms are gathered together. What? They're going to be gathered together in Damascus, in Syria, in the valley of Jehoshaphat, right? Yahweh Shaphat. They're going to be gathered together having war. They're going to be at war, right? All these nations are going to be fighting each other. Go ahead.
And it says, the Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land. Howl ye, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Yep.
And they shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them. They shall be in they shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth. They shall be amazed one at another. Their faces shall be as flames.
All right. So this is going to be a fearful time for even the mighty men, because the Lord has mustered these men to the battle. All these nations are all going to be fighting for what they believe is right. Little do they know, it was all cultivated by Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the Lord of armies, right? For them to fucking kill themselves, man. Right? And then while all this is going on, right, Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to crack the sky with his entire armada, with his entire army, if you will, with all the hosts of heaven, right? And these people are going to be afraid. They're going to be, one, afraid of the war and the bloodshed, the arrows flying by day. What I'm talking about is the missiles, the guns, the weapons and everything. And then you got to deal with the Lord. Go ahead.
It says, behold, the day of the Lord Yahweh Shem shall cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger, to lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof out of it.
Now, how is the Lord going to destroy the sinners, man? The Lord is going to destroy the sinners with his entire armory, right? And the Lord's entire armory can be anything. The Lord can kill you with a virus. The Lord can kill you with grasshoppers. The Lord can kill you with animals. The Lord can kill you with other people. The Lord is going to kill most of these people with what? Famine. What are the plagues of the earth? It's going to be famine, pestilence, and war. These three major things are going to be the three major instruments used by Yahweh Shem Yahushua to utterly lay the land waste, man. Right? And then, after all that's said and done, then he's going to allow the nations to shoot ICBM nuclear missiles onto Great Babylon from the ends of the earth. All nations are going to shoot missiles over here. And also nuclear missiles are going to hit other little small territories that Esau reigned over. More than likely Israel. And what? Europe. All these places are going to be wiped off the face of the map, man. All right? And then after that, whatever armies are remaining are going to have to deal with the Lord and the angels himself.
And
then,
144,000.
and I was going to say that. And what comes with that is you got 144,000 supermen flying around without any weapons on them and just using their bare hands and energy beams coming out their eyes like fucking Superman and shit. Bro, do you understand what time? I can't even fathom it.
That's
saying
100% gonna happen, just like that.
I'm saying it, but it sounds far-fetched. But this is what's written in the scripture, man. And I believe what I read.
Yep, Ezekiel 25:14. He would do damage, roughly paraphrase, with his people Israel.
Go ahead.
Verses Isaiah 13, verse 10. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light. The sun shall be darkened and going forth, and it's going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine. I just watched a documentary, a little short clip on nuclear warheads in general, and how throughout history how they developed and got stronger. One of the key things that a nuke does when it hits, it causes a crazy thick mushroom cloud, which in the video it also said that it's so thick it will blot out the sun.
Yep. It'll be hard to breathe, mind you. The air itself catches on fire. Remember how a fire needs oxygen? Think of it like this. This energy weapon blows up. It has its nuclear explosion, and it blows up. And as it first actually is like a vacuum, it sucks in first. So it sucks the oxygen out of everything, and it implodes, and then it blows up. And then the energy, the kinetic energy and the heat that is generated literally burns the air. Everything catches on fire. That's why in the scriptures it says their eyes shall consume away in their holes. Their tongue shall consume away in their mouths. These people are going to be walking and turn into straight dust in the blink of an eye, man. It's actually probably better to be at ground zero getting hit by a nuke than to be miles out and you watching a plume come to you and it utterly obliterates you, man. Shalom, Mak. Shalom, Mak.
Shalom, brothers.
It's my gala. It's my man, 100 grand.
Yep, it says, and I will, verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil. And verse 11, and I will punish the world for their evil and the wicked for their iniquity, and I will cause the arrogancy of the proud to cease, and will lay low the haughtiness of the terrible.
See, wisdom. At our camp yesterday, we talked a lot about humility, man. One thing that this world is puffed up on is pride, man. Right? Everyone is lovers of themselves. Everyone is prideful. No one has any humility, man. And the Lord literally hates that. So he's coming back to utterly destroy the pride of these people, man. He's about to make everybody understand that, look, I am the potter and you are nothing but clay. Why do you think that yourself is bigger than what you ought to think?
About time too.
Like, why do you think that you're anything?
You know, all the you know, you can do what you want. It's your truth.
All that,
you know what I mean?
liberal movement.
Man, it's just so much shit.
Yeah,
It's
man.
That's so high and mighty, man. You know what I mean? Now you get why Ezekiel 9:4 says, have put a mark to the foreheads for the ones that sign and cry,
The mark
for
of
the
exemption.
for
Just
the
get it.
abomination of
Just get it.
the
I'm
midst
chopping it up.
thereof.
Just get it real quick. Man, but this is the purpose. This is the purpose of these wars going on. So as Israelites, all we need to do is sit back and watch. Get your popcorn and watch the Lord work, because the Lord is working. He's the one stirring up all of this war. Esau believes he's doing it, but the Lord is using him like a puppet. Because Esau and his elite think that they're literally, because this is what they want. There was a CIA document that came out. I know I do so much studying. There was a CIA document that came out I think in the early 1990, and one of the things that they were talking about was they need to create a war between the Arab world and the Jewish world so they can kill themselves off. Little do you know is that's all just biblical prophecy. The Lord is the one who put that in their head. Yeah, you want them to do this, you know. Luke 21. Khan, I can bring that out now. It says Luke 21:36. It says, watch ye therefore and pray always that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass and to stand before the Son of Man. Khan, that's beautiful, because that's literally all we need to be doing. We can get our popcorn, watch, and pray. And be like, Father, please don't let me be caught up in that. Yahweh Shai, please talk to the Father so I don't get caught up in that. Have your angels camp around me, keep me and mine safe, man. All we need to be doing is his work, man. Because if we do not, we are getting caught up in all the judgments that are coming to this place, man. The Lord sends out judgments every morning, but the great judgments that are coming is something that nobody wants. Nobody wants. You should not to fall in the hands of the living power. Do you understand what that means?
You know, it says,
Go ahead.
Headline News says calls for attacks in the U.S. intensified, online prompting law enforcement to step up security for synagogues and Jewish businesses.
So what they're doing is there's people all over the world who basically are wroth with Israel, because a lot of people are starting to realize what Israel is actually doing. And most nations know what the Jewish man has done to the world, because they control and own everything. They've literally exploited almost every civilization under the sun, right? They are literally the devil that the Bible speaks of, and everyone knows it. So now what it is this article that just came out, my brother is reading, and it says, calls for attacks in the U.S. intensify online, prompting law enforcement to step up the security for synagogues and Jewish businesses. Now they're being ostracized, right? So it's the first thing that America is going to do.
Follow suit.
Hey, we gotta put some police officers over here and help them with their businesses, because people are mad. People are ready to riot. You got Viva Palestine flags and people climbing on top of buildings, taking off Israeli flags and flying the Palestine flags, because people see the atrocities that's really going on, man. And if you're smart, you will see that this was a false flag attack. This was just so they could have a reason, right, a reason, mind you, and this is why they said, oh, children were being beheaded, because they wanted to play on your heartstrings. How do you control people? You control people not with force, but by their emotions. It's so easy to control people with their emotions. If I make you believe that the good people are bad and the bad people are good based off your emotions, you're going to follow anything I tell you to do. You're going to be okay with me doing anything I want to them. That's what's really happening, man. It's the book. Hey, brother, actually, I think I brought this out. No, I was in Luke 17. I didn't go all the way down. It's the book of Luke, chapter 17, and verse 21. Neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you. Yeah, the babies being headed wasn't true, because there was an article just came out, and where Israel is now saying, oh, we don't have any accounts of any babies being beheaded. No, it wasn't no babies beheaded. What it was is they had to use that in the media so people could go, oh my God, Israel, look what's going on, the atrocities. So then when what's the Israeli president's name? Netanyahu? I don't know how to say his fucking name. Fuck that devil. So when he was like, oh, we're gonna go and bomb them to smithereens, everyone's saying, yeah, go do it. It's justified. It was never justified. If anything, the Palestinian people literally, bro, what kind of weapons they sent 5,000 rockets? That Iron Dome shot down, what, 90% of it?
Yeah,
95% of it. Oh, they came over the borders and took over a town. Like I said, Israel is like the size of New Jersey, and the Gaza Strip is like the size of Atlantic City. If you can understand those dimensions, look it up, you'll understand this shit is a bunch of BS. Right. But at the same time, it's all prophecy. You know? You can't do nothing against the truth, but for the truth. And all the Lord is doing is speaking to us directly. The Lord told us to sit back and watch, baby. Sit back and watch. Because that land is going to be euthanized anyway. It's going to be cleansed. The Lord going to cleanse all of that. And the thing is that the nation, mind you, and the nation of Israel, the Israeli state is smaller than what our actual nation and size was. Because when we get over there, our kingdom going to run down and through Africa.
Yeah, it's going
all the way up through. We're going to have all that.
Yeah, it's going to be.
Well, the whole world going to be ours, but I'm talking about the capital.
Yeah.
If you think about Revelation 21st chapter, it goes into our dimensions of our capital. And I'm saying capital because I believe we're going to be off world and other planets and doing all other type of stuff. But that's going to be like, yo, the Feast of Dedication is coming up. Well, all right, I'll meet you at the capital.
Well,
you know.
Well, yeah. Well, there's going to be some countries that's not going to be a country anymore because of the capital. And according to I shout out to Yochanan, I agree with him. But according to the scriptures and the man-made measurements, 12,000 furlongs high and long of a golden wall is roughly 1,500 miles long and high. So that's going to encompass a lot of countries that are countries right now are not going to be a country because it's going to be the land of Israel. We also one thing I'm going to add into that. I can guarantee you that we don't know all the lands that are on the earth right now. There's things that are hidden from us. There's lands that are hidden from us. There's places that the Lord has not revealed. And you also got to think, after all the nuclear bombs go off, think about it. When a volcano goes off, what happens? It creates what? New land. You don't think after all this time the Lord going to create new lands? All that water we got? The Lord will probably create an island over here, a land over here. You Ishmaelites go that way. You Elamites go over here. Brother.
You know, there's going to be more stuff. There's going to be more to it. I know we're just speaking as men right now, but there has to be more to it. You know, we know that these other nations are going to be under subjection unto us and be paying tribute for the rest of their existence. You know, so we know that all that is coming. But I just wanted to make sure you brothers and sisters ain't caught up in the fuckery and you understand the devil's work. The devil is in the details, and if you just look at the details, you'll see that all this is bullshit. It was all a reasoning to go bomb the Gaza Strip, wipe this place clean. You know, but in turn, you know these Muslims, they not about to let the Gaza Strip be destroyed like that. They see all their brothers and sisters dying like that. They're going like, hey, yo, make a phone call.
You got to step in.
Hey, what we doing, man? We got all the oil, we got all the money, we got all the gold. Come on, man. America just gave us how many billions? We're going to use the money the way we want to use it. Matter of fact, the Iranian president said, yeah, you gave us, what, $6 billion? We're going to use the money the way we want to use it. What do you think he's using the money for? War against Israel. So America funded them. Then you also was it Lockheed Martin? If you know anything about the stock market, Lockheed Martin stock shot up overnight. Overnight, government contracts, military contracts shot up overnight just because of the war. So what is the so-called white man doing? They're profiting off of what? The death and destruction of people. This is why the Lord says that there's no light in them. These people won't even be good to themselves. What makes you think they're gonna be good to you? They're literally creating snares and traps for themselves. Literally, this is why when the Lord comes back, there is not going to be one Edomite on this planet that's going to be able to sit here and say, but. Nah, bro. Get that prepare slaughter for the children, for the iniquity of their fathers real quick. And I know you was about to grab something, but just grab that real quick.
This is Isaiah 14 and 21. Prepare slaughter for his children, for the iniquity of their fathers, that they do not rise nor possess the land, nor fill the face of the world with cities.
And this is why this prophecy has to come true, because you don't want this freaking these cancerous people who all they want to do is rape, rob, pillage, and murder, bro. They are satiated by blood and war and money and greed. How can you have that in the kingdom to come?
Yeah, not at all.
How can you have that in the kingdom to come? You're going to have to. We gotta wipe them out. We're gonna use them up. We're gonna use them. We're gonna pump and dump. We're gonna pump and dump. Hey, look, man. Hey, make them feel good. Hey, look, let's continue our work out here. First, clean up all the bodies that you initiated, because most of the blood is on their hands. Most of the blood is on their hands. Most of the world's wars are governed by the so-called white man. Correct me if I'm wrong.
They shall live by the sword.
They shall live by the sword, man. Micah 2:1. Woe to... I'll read it again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Micah 2:1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it's in the power of their hand. That's exactly what they're doing.
So apparently there's another one coming out that's saying that alert, Day of Jihad sparks warnings for Americans to stay inside on Friday.
Oh, so the Islamic State, the Arabs, the Ishmaelites, right? They're literally calling for a day of jihad, right? Now, what happened? What happened with you already know what the day of jihad is. The day of jihad is matter of fact, let me not chop that up.
Yeah, all right. Ain't no Jake Muslims going to shit.
Well, we already know that because they're not real Muslims, man. I mean, they're not real Muslims, man.
Then I wonder how prevalent it's going to be information for it to get to the public to even know to do it.
Here we go. Jihad, the day of jihad. Jihad means a struggle or fight against the enemies of Islam. The spiritual struggle within oneself against sin, or war against the infidels. So they're basically saying Americans must stay in the house because the day of jihad could be happening. What day was that? Friday. Now we already know that Ishmael not coming after these so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. Ishmael gonna be right at these Edomites, bro. Right at them. Oh yeah, make America great again. Ishmael gonna be right at them, man. Right at them. So mind you, we and us Israelites, but we got the Lord, man. Ishmael can't touch us. You know, I'm not gonna tell you not to be prudent and circumspect. You know, don't tempt the Lord, but the Lord ain't allowing nothing to happen to his men. I ain't worried about the jihad. Now we hear about motherfucking Muslims cutting off fucking Edomites' heads and shit. I'm just gonna be like, well, I mean, so be it. So be it. But guess what? That's only going. What is that going to do? It's going to just stoke the fires of what? War, civil war, destruction. And mind you, you think that this is only going to happen in Israel and all that? Coming to an America near you.
Yeah.
Coming to an America near you.
Yeah, it's going to be wild.
It's going to be wild, man. It's going to be wild, man. What I asked you to get?
I have more. Go ahead. Isaiah 14:22. For I will rise up against them, saith the Lord of hosts, and cut off from Babylon the name and remnant, son and nephew, saith the Lord.
Son and nephew. That means the Lord is going to euthanize you. The Lord is going to cut off your entire bloodline. Pump and dump. Ain't no procreation after this. You know what I'm saying? Abort. The Lord said no, cut it all off, man. You know what I'm saying? Mind you, if you think about it, and even if we take their women as spoils, that'd only be what, 2-3 generations? Because after we plant our seed, once they die off, it's over.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over, man.
Especially when you kill off the sons.
Yep. Their sons, nephews, uncles, all the male children.
That's why. Actually, oh damn, I'm tripping. Gotta say that.
The male children.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All the
that.
male children. Once they're cut off, man, it's a wrap, man. Well, you have to. You have to, because we can't. The wickedness. There will be no reason for wickedness continue when the kingdom of heaven is established, man.
Yeah.
There's no point. The
Right.
Lord used them as his whooping stick, used them as a sword. And remember, when the kingdom of heaven is established, there will be no reasoning for war. What the scripture says, there will be no more war.
Yeah. Isaiah 2.
Isaiah 2. So what's the point of Esau then? What is the point of Esau? What is the point of having a wicked spirit on a planet? What's the point?
It's going to collude with righteousness.
It's
top of that.
Yeah, it's colluding. Beautiful. It's colluding righteousness. Like, yo, come on, bro. Now, to me, it'd be fun, because I told you, them having little uprisings and shit, thinking they're going to be able to fight us.
It's 1,000 years for that.
It'd be 1,000 years of fun. And then after that, bro, the fun is gone.
Why? Because our kingdom will be fully established.
Exactly. Khan. Give me a whoop.
You know what? I got one. This is Numbers 35 and 33. It says, "So ye shall not pollute the land wherein you are, for blood it defileth the land, and the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it."
Khan, by the blood of Shem Shedder. So this land itself, the world itself cannot be cleansed. The world can't be cleansed until the blood of what you would call the so-called Edomites, right? Edomites, Ishmaelites, Moabites, Ammonites. Until the blood of all these people are shed, this land can't be cleansed, man. The kingdom of heaven can't be ushered in. I'm gonna get what Mike Allah brought out. It's the book of Revelation, chapter 11 and 14. The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Beautiful, man.
And like we were saying throughout the whole scenario of this last couple minutes, is when this third woe come, and it will come quickly, it's also the end of Esau's reign.
Khan. So with that, hopefully this was edifying. We'll give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, B'Kakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect. And shalom to everybody that's on the comment board. Peace and blessings, brothers.
Shalom, brothers.
And sisters.